So the battle begins. He leads with Jolteon and I lead with Exeggutor. I don't want to stay in and get hit by his spin missile, so I switch into Zapdos. And there's not much damage there. I don't have Thunder Wave because I went for Reflect in order to deal with physical attackers such as Snorlax. So I'll switch into Exeggutor since I don't want my Zapdos to get paralyzed. And I'm going to try to put it to sleep. However, he lands a critical hit which almost one hit KOs me, my Exeggutor. At this point, I'm better off exploding, so I'll go for Explosion. And I managed to take out his Jolteon, along with my Exeggutor. So now, going back into my Zapdos, let's see what he goes into. What he puts out, I mean. He goes for Tauros, but unfortunately, Tauros has Blizzard, so I can't go, so going for Reflect wouldn't be wise. So I go for Thunderbolt in order to deal some damage, and hopefully paralyze it. But I do not get the paralysis, and he KOs me with Body Slam. Now for my last Pokemon, Lapras, I use Blizzard in order to finish him off. Thank goodness I did not get paralyzed. But Blizzard was not enough to KO it, so I'll finish it off with Thunderbolt. I'm very low on health and he still has one Pokemon left. Let's see what it will be. And he takes out his own Exeggutor. Now, Blizzard does not want to KO it, so I'll put it to sleep with Sing. And I'll 2-hit KO it with Blizzard. And that's the end of this battle. For some reason it stopped recording. So, now for round 2. He again leads with Jolteon, and I lead with Electrode. I will now paralyze him with Thunder Wave. My explosion would not be enough to KO it, so I go for Screech, but it failed, unfortunately. So I'll use Screech again, no explosion. Explosion will not be enough to KO it, but since I'm paralyzed he would have killed me anyway, so it's better this way. I switch into Tauros. I'll try to KO it with Hyper Beam. And yes, I managed to take it down. Now he has one Pokemon left. And he brings out his Zapdos. Now I'll go for Blizzard with the hope of getting a crit. Or a freeze, which is even better. But I get paralyzed. And he uses Thunderbolt, which takes out almost half of my health. And I must recharge. So that's the end for Tauros. I only have Exeggutor left. But he lands a critical hit, and I end up losing this match. Good game, and now for round 3. he again leads with his Jolteon. And I lead with Electro. I paralyze Snorlax. I will now use Screech. In order to weaken him enough to take him out with my explosion, but he uses self-destruct. So it's the same for me. Same result. It's the result I was hoping for. I'll now switch into Jinx. And put Jolteon to sleep with Lovely Kiss. And it works. But not before getting paralyzed. Hopefully he stays asleep, but I get paralyzed, and he wakes up. No freeze or critical hit. Now for Blizzard. 2 more Blizzards should be enough to KO it, but I again get paralyzed. And he keeps firing me his same type attack bonus, Thunderbolts. And the paralysis ends up costing me my Pokemon. So I go into my last Pokemon, Zapdos. He keeps firing Thunderbolt at me, and I have no option but to do the same. Until I put it in range for Hyper Beam. Now he has Blizzard, so Reflect won't be very effective with Tauros, or so I thought. No, not so I thought. That's how it is. Since if I had used Reflect, he would have used Blizzard, so good game.